So here is our first passage of Mock 10, which talks about something as mundane as a swing, something that you and I have relished at some point of time in the past. So the first passage says that, prior to its ubiquity nowadays, it used to have certain significance in the past. And then it highlights one particular significance. Then in the next paragraph, it talks about what it means to tell the story of this instrument. The third paragraph talks about the presence of a swing in various countries and cultures. Okay, so you're talking about Greeks, Chinese, Hindustani and Punjabi paintings. Additionally, you are also talking about certain books where swings have played a role. And then there comes this last paragraph which talks about the challenges in tracing this path from today to its significance in the years, in the eras, in the centuries gone by. So here is our question number 1, which asks us for the main idea of the passage. So let's look at A. Now, if you look at A is something that we should label as a narrow answer choice. Narrow because it talks about only the first paragraph. Then let's look at B. The history of the swing reveals untold stories of bodies in motion, uncovering forgotten gestures and cultural narratives across time and space. This is once again a narrow option. I am calling it narrow because it goes on to talk about only the second paragraph, right? And then C, the swing has a rich history from ancient festivals to modern playgrounds, retaining its essence despite its current societal associations with childishness and irrelevance. This looks like something that covers the entire passage. Let's have a look at D. The swing's ubiquity in modern playgrounds belies its ancient origins and significance, leading to its underappreciation. Now see, there are two problems here. The core message is not that swing is underappreciated. So that's one problem with this. And second, it even goes out of scope. Look at this option. It says the swing's ubiquity is leading to its relegation to the hands of children. That is not the correct causal relationship. Let's have a look at the fourth paragraph, the last one. The fourth paragraph basically says that adults have neglected it, and that is why it is left in the hands of children. So option D talks about something which is not even there in the passage, and thus D can also be ruled out. So the best answer choice for question number 1 is option C. Let's dive into our next question. Question number 2. Which of the following best highlights the purpose of the second paragraph of the passage? So here is the second paragraph for you. Have a look at it. If need be, you can pause. And then let's dive into the options. So, A, to showcase the swing's presence in diverse cultures throughout history. Hey, come on, this was something which was there in the first paragraph. It is not even mentioned in the second paragraph, and therefore, obviously it cannot be the purpose of it. Similarly, in fact, if I look at it, look at C. C talks about established hierarchies and rhythms, not even mentioned in the second paragraph. Let's look at D. Ubiquity in modern urban playgrounds. It's mentioned in the first paragraph, mentioned in the fourth paragraph. It is not mentioned in the second paragraph. So A, C and D go ahead and talk about information which is not even being supplied by the second paragraph, and therefore they were easier to eliminate, and that is what makes B the best answer choice for question number 2. Let's dive into our next question. Question number 3. Which of the following cannot be inferred? So a reasoning based question. In every inference question, we go ahead and apply a label true, false, can't say to the answer choices. So let's go. A, even though the swing has had multiple uses as a ritual instrument, there was one use that was more profound than the rest. Now I will call it true. Why will it call it true? Why should I call it true? If you refer to the first paragraph, you'd find this line, the one that I've highlighted for you. Its deeper use has always been one of transformation. So there is this deeper use. Deeper use can be termed something that is more profound, and therefore we should label A as true. Okay, B. The appearance of swing can be found in both the Western and Eastern cultures. Remember the third paragraph. which talks about Greeks, Hindustani, Punjabi, Chinese. So all of that help us essentially arrive at B as true. Okay, C. Unlike many ancient instruments that have altered through time, the swing has remained largely the same in its perception. Let's refer to the fourth paragraph. The swing, when you say it has remained intact, it has remained intact in which way? Is it in way of perception? Let us see. The moment we see there, the ubiquity in the modern playground means it is today regarded as puerile. It is also an object that is not considered worthy of serious thought. It has suffered the fate of many other objects, and that is ended up in the hands of children. So this very clearly tells us that the perception of swing has changed. Remember the first paragraph talked about that deeper use and all of those other different ways of looking at it, right? So C can be termed false on the basis of the fourth paragraph. And let's have a look at D. The swing can be seen as a symbol of merrymaking and happiness in some cultures. Absolutely true. Refer to this line that I've highlighted for you. A woman joyously swings. And then origin stories of the Persian Nowruz New Year's celebrations. So definitely backed up by this. So as we can see, A, C and D are A, B and D are true. C is false, and therefore C is the one that cannot be inferred, and thus should be our answer. Let's dive into our fourth and the last question based on this particular passage. So in the context of the passage, which of the following would serve as an example of a swing in a transgressive space? As mentioned in the sentence, to swing is not only to play but to open disorienting passages into transgressive spaces. So we're basically talking about something which is similar to or akin to a psychedelic experience, right? Where the boundaries of the conventional 3D temporal world dissolve and you are somehow able to see beyond that, kind of a mystical experience. So which one of these would indicate that mystical experience? So let's look at A. A swing used to punish women, you're not transgressing this world. A swing used by shamans to cure diseased people. You're again helping people in this world, right? You're not bringing in something otherworldly here. But if you look at C, a swing used to open portals to alternative dimensions and realities. This is almost a definition of a transgressive space. And D, just like B, once again talks about healing people. So A, B and D are talking about things that are happening within this world. C, on the other hand, talks about something otherworldly, which can be termed a transgressive space. And therefore, our answer to question number 4 should be option C. So that takes care of our first passage.